בוקר טוב. אנחנו ביאטרו קהלת, פרק זין, פסוק זין. כי העושק יהולל חכם ויאבד את לב מתנה. שלמה המלך tells us with who a smart person should hang out with. You hear me? With who a smart person should hang out with. Says if you're going to hang out with Selim, you're going to lose your mind. If you're going to hang out with people, we'll say it in our language, out of quality people, they're going to lose your mind. מה הכוונה? אומר רש"י, כשהכסיל מקנטר את החכם. What's כסיל? Foolish. When the fool person מקנטר את החכם, מצער, causes the חכם צער, pain. You know what happens to the חכם? מערבב דעתו. He gets his mind mixed. וגם הוא נכשל. And he causes the חכם to do mistake. Meaning, when the foolish, he goes ahead and he causes the Hacham Tsar, he gets him upset. He gets him angry. And when he gets him angry, the Hacham can say words that later on he will regret. And why? Because somebody got him, upset and angry. So Hacham usually, it's a person that his chokhmah controls his body, controls his motions. That's Hacham. Hacham means a person that he doesn't let his emotions take over. Hacham is a person that his wisdom, his chokhmah is so powerful that he controls his emotions. Here, when a smart person is going to hang out with the foolish people, but you being next to them, what's going to happen? They can tell you things that you're not going to be happy, and it's going to cause you to get angry and get upset. You don't want, but sometimes they could just יוצא. ואז אתה בצער, למה אמרתי? אומר רש"י, to who this story happened. דתן ואבירם קנטרו את משה לאמור ירא השם עליכם וישפוט. כרגע לחומש. Thank you. Let's open חומש שמות, the end of פרשת שמות. On page 162 and page 163. So the story goes like this. The story goes like this. HaKadosh Baruch Hu sent Moshe Rabbeinu to Paro, and he told him to tell Paro, release my people, let them out. And when Moshe came to Paro and he told him, Omer Paro, what? Those lazy people, they want to live. Tichbad ha'avodah, pasuk tet. Tichbad ha'avodah. Al ha'anashim. Omer Paro, we're going to give them harder work. Okay? Don't let them waste their time. And what happened since that day? Paro made their work harder. If they used to give them the supplies and the Jews had to do the work, now you have to get the supplies and also work. Well, now, for sure. You have to make the bricks. Till now, they got the bricks. And they had to just build. Now you go out, make your own bricks, and then have to finish the same amount of work. And if not, ya habibi, Pasuk Yud Gimel V'hanogesim Atzim Lemor Kalu Ma'asechem. And they used to press the Jews. And if you don't finish, Pasuk Yud Daled Vayuku, you get beat up. And they would tell the Jews, Madua lo chilitem hokichem lilbon kitmol shilshom gam temol gam ayom. Why didn't you finish the amount of work? And Am Yisrael's situation was very bad. If till now they suffered, now double. Abotai, Pasuk Yutet. Pasuk Yutet, it says, Vayiru שוטרי בני ישראל אותם רע לאמור, לא תגרעו מלבניכם דבר יום ביומו, ויפגעו את משה ואת אהרון. ניצבים לקראתם, אומר רש"י, and some people from Am Yisrael, they met Moshe. Who are the people that Moshe Rabbeinu meet and he saw? Merashi, הם היו דתן ואבירם. You hear this, Isaac? דתן ואבירם. They saw Moshe when he came out from Pharaoh's palace. פסוק כ"א, ויאמרו עליהם מי יראה השם עליכם וישפוט. מי השם, will judge you. אשר יבאשתם את ריחנו בעיני פרעה ובעיני עבדיו, לתת חרב בידם להורגנו. Datan ve'Aviram were the instigators. They went to Moshe and they tell Moshe, Moshe, you, and because of you, what happened? We're here and we suffer. May Hashem judge you for what you did. You caused us such a hard work. Now let me think for 1 second. Is it true? Is it true that Moshe Rabbeinu wanted them to work hard? No. Is it true that Moshe Rabbeinu doesn't want and like Am Yisrael?
No.
You're incorrect. Beautiful. But what happened? Datan ve'Aviram, they come to Moshe and they tell Moshe, you, and because of you, we suffer. Datan ve'Aviram, Omer Rashi, Datan ve'Aviram, they are the kisilim. They're foolish. And who is the smart person here? Moshe. And what happened? Because they told Moshe what they said, they got Moshe Rabbeinu to come to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Pasuk Chavet. Okay, in Pasuk Chavet, Isaac Chavet.
וישב משה אל אדוני ויאמר, אדוני למה הרעות לעם הזה, למה זה שלחתני?
Wow. Moshe Rabbeinu comes to Hashem and he tells Hashem, lama hareota la'am hazeh. Do you know what does it mean, lama hareota? Amnon, what does it mean, lama hareota?
Why did you make them clean? Why did you make them bad?
Close.
Why did you do bad?
Oh, why did you do bad to Am Yisrael? Moshe Rabbeinu, Moshe tells Hashem, why did you did bad to Am Yisrael? How can Moshe say such a thing? How can Moshe say such a thing? Hashem, how can you do bad? Hashem does bad. Obviously, it was a big mistake on Moshe's part than to say to Hashem. That HaKadosh Baruch Hu, you do bad, איך ייתכן כזה דבר? And HaKadosh Baruch Hu told Moshe Rabbeinu pasuk Aleph. Chamud, go ahead, ויאמר השם משה.
ויאמר אדוני למשה, אתה תראה אשר אעשה לפרעה, כי ביד חזקה ישלחם, וביד חזקה ידרשם מארצו.
אומר השם למשה, משה, אין בעיה. I want to let you know that you're going to see what I'm going to do to Pharaoh, but only to Pharaoh. You're not going to see what I'm going to do in Eretz Israel to the 31 kings. You're not going to be lucky to see that. And HaKadosh Baruch Hu ka'as al Moshe in a way. How can you talk to me like that? And if you turn the page to Parashat Va'era, Pasuk Bet, Vayidaber Elohim El Moshe, Vayomer Elav, Ani Hashem, Vayidaber and Vayomer. What's the difference between Vayidaber and Vayomer? It's much harder, harsh. Versus Vayomer is much more easy and pity. Why it says Vayidaber Elohim El Moshe? Shem diber ito kashot. Shem ka'as al Moshe Rabbeinu in a way. How can you say such a thing about me? Lama hareota? You're questioning me. You hear this? So Moshe Rabbeinu, he did a big mistake. And then Hashem tells him, Va'era el Abraham el Yitzhak el Yaakov el Shaddai. And I appeared to Abraham, Yitzhak, and Yaakov, and I promised them things, and they never questioned me ever. Lo hirhiru harai. You, I sent you on one mission already, you come back and you start to complain, and you tell me that I do bad to Am Yisrael. Now Rashi takes this story and tells us that's exactly Masha Katu in our pasuk in Kohelet. Ki ha'oshek yeholel hacham. The person, the foolish, he gets the hacham to fight with him, and he gets a mix. Ve'az ye'abed et lev matana. He's going to lose his wisdom, the gift that Hashem gave him. Why? Because the fight that the foolish person got him into. So, what a person should learn from this pasuk: stay away from people and don't get into aggravation, because you're going to lose your mind.
Can a smart person go back to himself after he isolates himself from these people?
What do you mean?
Let's say he's involved with this.
Don't get involved. Just stay away.
Let's
Move
say he
away.
is, he's involved. And
Ata b'tzarot
then
delifuzah.
he gets back.
Ata b'tzarot. Stay away.
Oh, but would it come back?
Don't come back. I mean,
Would the chokhmah come back to the chacham? That's the
well,
point.
that, I mean, again, that he lost. That specific thing he lost. Moshe Rabbeinu, you should know, according to this pasuk, he did not was zocher to go to Eretz Israel already now.
It was before the whole hitting of the rock.
Yes.
Why is that?
Okay, that's
why
why
is
you
that such a
right. You're gonna look in the Siftah Hachamim there. He's gonna answer all the questions. But for now, Ata tireh, Hashem tells him, you'll see now what I'm going to do for Pharaoh. But he lost to see what's gonna happen to Eretz Israel. He's not gonna see. Wow. What don't you
why is
understand?
it no control of anger? The fact that he hit the rock. Meanwhile, it's already how many years old?
I told you, your question in the Siftah Hachamim, if you look there, he answers your question. Yeah, I'm not gonna give you the answer. Go work. No easy life here. You're not gonna work. How would you remember? I bet you if I give you the answer, wow, nice, in 2 weeks, I don't remember. But if I leave you with homework and you'll do your homework, you'll remember even for 2 years.
Okay, where can I find it?
I said it right there. Siftah Hachamim. Mitzi, can you please show them where? Yeah, right there. So, but I suggest you do it with Isaac. So this way, you know, back and forth, Havruta, it's gonna get tomorrow. Habibi, tomorrow it means it's not gonna happen even next year. If you're not gonna do it today, call him at work. Anyway, you guys have free time, Baruch Hashem, so learn. Anyway, let's continue. So what I'm saying here, Moshe Rabbeinu lost to go to Eretz Israel. It's because of whom? In a way, Natan and Aviram, they got him to get upset, and they got him to go to Tzar.
They were foolish.
You made him.
Right,
They made him say they're foolish to them.
Okay, so that's why. What do we learn from him? Don't stand around and don't even try to rebuke them. Just walk away. You're not gonna get anything. How many times you go into, you can get into small fights. He said, they said, because of what he and they said, and you can't just sit quiet and not say anything. You answer back. The minute you open your mouth and you answer back, you just got yourself into big troubles. אומר שלמה המלך, walk away, don't answer. יש פסוק בספר משלי, אל טען כסיל כאיוולתו. Don't answer a foolish person. He has a question, nice, like, keep going. Don't answer. He'll get you. He's going to bring you to his field. You're not going to bring him to your field. So he's going to drag you to his field. Once you get to his field, he's going to turn everything upside down on you, and then you're going to lose. So why should you? Don't answer. Walk away. Walk away. Don't answer. Walk away. Okay.
The time of the they were foolish, like on purpose, or they saw Moshe go.
Purpose. You saw Rashi over there? כל מקום שכתוב ניצים, אומר רש"י, זה נתן לאבירם. They have a long record with Moshe Rabbeinu, since the beginning in Parashat Shmot until Korach Ba'adato. They were bad people. הבנת? Again, in a way, again, between them and Moshe, it's a long record. נדב ואביהו, אוקיי. פסוק ח' בכבוד, Mr. Albert. טוב אחרי דבר. Michi, continue.
אל תבהל ברוחך לכעוס, כי כעס בחק כסירים ינוח.
Okay. Pasuk Het Pasuk Tet tells us how special is it to be patient, and how a person has to get so far from getting angry, and also accept things that happens to you in life. So 3 things we just learned that you're going to learn now. Asavlan, being patient. How special is it to learn to be patient? Stay away from getting angry. And 3rd, accept things that happens to you from Shamayim. Those 3 big messages that Shlomo is telling us in this pasuk. ואומר לך, טוב אחרי דבר מראשיתו. טוב ערך רוח מגבה רוח. בואו נראה מה כתוב. חברים, let me try to explain. Let me bring here our life. You have a person, and there's many people out there that they struggled in the beginning when they were 20, 25, 30. They struggled in business, struggled, they had a very rough time. But Baruch Hashem, now he's 60, 70, and his business, Baruch Hashem, is beautiful, and he has a good life. The beginning was rough, but afterwards, what happened? The end, it was beautiful, good life. That's one way. Or you have a different mahalach. You have a person that they were booming in the beginning, not because he did the right things or the right moves, but he was not honest. But how much can you fool and how much can you lie and how much can you steal? At the end, one day you get caught, and then 18 years after, somebody comes, they're knocking in your house at night. Ya Habibi Kalabush, go to jail. And now he end up his life in prison for 20 years. So now you have two people. One in the beginning of his journey was rough, not easy. He had to struggle. He had marriage problem, culture, whatever it is, wasn't easy for him. But at the end, Baruch Hashem, he got to the menucha, ve'era nahala, to the peace. His family around him. He could tell you stories how did he started, and when he moved to the United States, he could tell you long stories. But now Baruch Hashem is very happy and succeed. Versus the other one, that in the beginning, his life, he was up there and beautiful, and he had houses and trips, and he did good money. But one day he ended up in jail. Which one is better? What do you think?
The first one,
Why?
because you didn't clean properly.
Yeah, but he
Built your
suffered.
work where you
Yeah,
want.
but he didn't have an easy life.
Look at the end result.
Yeah, then not how you started, how you finish.
Why?
So
You'll remember where you finished.
Okay.
You won't remember the beginning. You'll remember at the end, I made it. You're happy. You're in a good place.
Beautiful. It's always the end what counts. Because the end is that's the last thing that you'll live and remember. Meaning, people that came in, they struggled. Do they remember? Do they leave their past in the present? They don't. Haya, it's a history. We have documents, papers, draw. But the haya, you live the moment. And since the end, the days, the months, the years of the end was a good life, you wouldn't remember the beginning. But the person that enjoyed a great time, but now he suffers when he is in jail, does he remember the good golden days and that he was happy? No. We were there, but now he suffers. Omer Shlomo HaMelech, when you do things in life, when you make decisions in life, remember Tov Ahari Davar Mereshito. Remember the end, that's what counts, not the beginning. So make sure things that you do now, make sure that later on, you're not going to regret. Make sure when you make decisions in life, make sure that the end result, you're going to come to a peace mind, to peace. You'll make things that make sure that when it comes to the end, you're in a good place. Because if you make now decisions based on now, on the present, and you can make big mistakes, but you don't care. You see the successful that you can earn it right now. But to the long term, later on, you're going to pay a heavy price. So is it worth it? Is it worth it? It's not worth it. And then why don't you think? How many people? I'm not going to say names because there's so much out there. And I'm still right there on the peak of the mountain. Peak lemala. He got caught. And from that day on, רק יורד. מה הרווחת? מה הרווחת? People will always remember the end. The end, not the beginning. the end and not the beginning. Rabbi Alav Shalom, when we used to hear things, news, this one, that one, wow. His line was, I don't know how to say it in English, but in Hebrew it's wa'asa b'michnasayim. Do you know what does it mean? Asa b'michnasayim? He better in his pants. Meaning, sof, finally, Baruch Hashem, you went to school, you got educated, and Baruch Hashem, you worked for 20 years to reach far, and afterwards, what happened? You got to the big position in life, power, and after all, what happened? Rabbi's line was, Asaba Michnasayim. Better than Spence. Kama tzarich lizaher. How much a person has to be so careful when you do things in life. Don't do things that after has v'shalom. Not only that you're going to regret, the price that you're going to pay so heavy, because people will remember the last thing that you did. There is people, I don't want to mention names, but this year, very, very, very famous people in the Jewish world, very famous. A lot of books they wrote. What will people remember? What you did, the books that you wrote, or the last story of your life? How did you end up your life? It doesn't matter if you wrote 90 books. How did you finish your life? That's something to remember. Do you hear this? Tov ahari davar mereshito. The fact that now you succeed and you're on top doesn't count. Wait, make sure to finish your life in a good name. Everything. How did you finish? I always tell people, friends, you want to leave your job? That's okay. Make sure don't burn bridges. Don't. I mean, always there is the term in the cloud, but it should be a mindset. It should be something in our mind. You can always finish in a good terms. Don't explode. The beautiful pictures that you have with him for the past 5 years and smiling and l'chaim and parties, those pictures doesn't mean anything. Why? Because now he hates you and you hate him back. So what did you gain? So know that when you do things in life, when you make decisions, remember, finish it on the good and nice terms. Even to fight, you have to know how to fight. שמעתם מה כתוב פה? יש אנשים that explore, ולכן אומר, טוב ערך רוח מגבר רוח. How a person has to be, מה זה ערך רוח? אומר רש"י, מעריך רוגזו, מעריך, he's upset, הוא מעריך, ואינו ממהר לריב. He is not rushing to fight back. טוב ערך רוח, מגבר רוח. Your person gets angry, boom, explode. אומר שלמה המלך, תהיה חכם. Don't answer back. Don't answer back. By you not answering back, you're always going to win. And by the way, this is in every field in life. Number one, marriage. Number one is marriage. She said something. Don't answer back. By you being patient, you're going to win. By you responding and answering back, you're just adding more gas to the fire, more gas into the fire. you're not going to get benefit. There's no benefit. Keep quiet. By you keeping quiet, you're always going to win. And you know something? Once the fire shut down, oh, she's going to ask for sorry. Now, I'm not hassle Shalom. That's telling you, try her to get, to ask for sorry. That's not the point. But the idea is, you're not going to regret, why didn't I answer? But guess what? If you do answer, the chances is that you're going to regret, why did I answer? So what's the best thing? Don't answer. Don't get angry. Omer Rashi, and no don't rush to fight. No, I have to. What do you have to? Stay calm. Stay calm. Don't answer back right away. Tamid, think, is it worth it? 90% it's not worth it. Sometimes you have to know what and when. But overall, when you don't answer, you're always going to be on top. Erech ruach. A person, if he can be a patient and don't answer back, hazak from a person who's angry and right away he answers back. I told you the story and again, tell it again. It's a nice story. Isaac, you want to hear a nice story? Listen to a beautiful story. My class, we finished parasha. So the boys were very excited after 6 months learning parasha and homework and quizzes, tests, and everything. So we took him out to a restaurant. Beautiful restaurant. Neat. Yeah, I am all different. When we came there, was a person on the side. You couldn't see him. Like, what again do you see this door? Someone is praying there, and you have the table set right there from the bookshelves down to the door. So the kid didn't see him praying mincha. So kids hungry after 6 months. They're hungry, right? So they went to grab a seat. By mistake, a kid was 14 years old, maybe pushed him. The guy took his into the middle of the Amidah. Boom. Now, worth it? I mean, in his mind, if you pray, and somebody pushed you by mistake, the tefillah doesn't go up anymore. That's it. You can't say the tefillah. So obviously he stopped his Amidah middle. Because anyway, the tefillah doesn't work anymore. So then you can say whatever you want. And he started to yell on the kids. And then he turns to me, are you the rabbi? Shame on you that your students, as a talmidim, what kind of a rabbi are you? So I didn't answer because I have no time to answer to these people. But I thought back to the kids, he looks a hard, gangster. Okay. It took them 10 minutes just to relax. The kids. Okay. I didn't answer. Kept quiet. I kept quiet. After an hour or so now we have to collect money from the kids to pay for the meal. I believe it was $600-700. I didn't know that when the guy yelled and he was screaming, the manager of the restaurant, he knows me. And also, besides the fact that he knows me, it's not the first time that I bring classes and my boys, students, for dinner over there. We do many times, siyumim. So we know each other and we have a very good terms. So he takes the guy to the side. Do you know who's this? He didn't know money. He gave it to him. He gave it to him. The guy felt so bad. It took him 20 minutes just to calm down. So after he felt so bad, he went to him, says, listen, I'm paying for the meal. He felt bad. What would you like? What would you like? Not that I know I heard of, but I never know what to say. So he came to me, sorry, Rabbi, little mahol, about mahol, walk away. Mahol about, step there. He paid. So we collect the money, and now when I go to the manager to pay him, all right, it's paid. What have we paid? The guy paid for the guys. The boys were so happy. Got a free dinner. Now they give the money to themselves. You ask your mom, we need $45 for a siyum. Now you give the money to your pocket. They were very happy. A year after, I come with a different class to the same place, and guess who I see? The same person. And I just kept away. I kept away, and I told the kids, please don't push anybody. Whether he's bring Albeit or because Amazon, just behave. The next thing I know, we collect money to pay. The manager tells me it's paid. Paid. The other person, the other guy, that guy paid. The kids, they learned what happened. Yeah. So I had them everybody sit down. And I told them what happened here last year during this time. Wow. They came home and they told their mothers this story. It was beautiful. I'm like, okay, listen, he did a mistake. I mean, I believe, in a way, in my eyes, it's tzaddik. Asa tshuva. But that tshuva cost him more than $1,200. אם היית חכם, היית יושב בשקט, לא היית משלם $1,200. Why did you pay $1,200? כי לא חשבת. You just blew away. מה אתה צועק? What are you screaming? You want to pray mincha, go to a shul. What are you praying mincha over here in a restaurant? אתם מבינים? So he had to pay for his anger minimum $1,200. And you know what's the sad part? Every time if I go to sit you and he sees me, I walk away from Bayesh. That's the hacham. Hello, you wouldn't get 70 troubles. Shalom Aleichem. Lama lo tiyeh hacham. How many times people get caught and a cop pulls you over and says to yell and scream, and somehow you end up in jail for overnight. Why? Keep quiet to get us sorry, pay the ticket and go home. No, I have to say something. Miata, mata, what do you have to say? And who says what you say it's right? למה אתה לא חושב? למה אתה לא חושב? אומר שלמה המלך, you want to be smart? אני אגיד לך מה תעשה. ערך רוח. Be patient. הסבלן הוא המנצח. You hear this? Always, if you ever fight the one who is patient, you're always going to win. שמעתם? סבלן הוא המנצח. הלאה. בוא נמשיך. Yes.
You said tzaddik controls his emotions. Let's go. They could control his emotions.
What they did, they were able to get the soft part of Moshe Rabbeinu. Moshe Rabbeinu was the best. Yeah, and you tell him,
they hit the bonds.
Yeah, you tell him, you hate the Jews. כמו שאתה אומר לאדם שהוא הכי ישר, you're a thief. I had the other day somebody, he was giving to his friend his car. He was giving his friend his car. He had a lease car. Yeah, so they had two cars, one his and one his wife. His wife, she has an issue with her leg, whatever. So she uses her car. Maybe she does 1 mile a day, maybe. His friend needed a car, so asked him, would you mind to give me your car? My credit is not so I cannot go ahead and lease a car. But I have money. So they had an agreement that he's gonna take his car. It's almost 10 months. He pays for the lease, he pays for the insurance, he pays for the gas, everything is perfect. All right. 10 months after, he brings back the car to the guy. Brings back to the guy the car. Sees dent in the back and the front. He opens the car, boy, and the music. Damage. Now it's a lease car. You know, if you bring this back, gonna rip you off. Everything is double and triple. He calls the guy out to get it. You kidding normal? You're giving me back the car and the kilo as if nothing happened. Doesn't. You know how much damage you have over here? What damage? What are you talking about? He went to the shop. The outside is 2,000 damage, and the inside it's a fight between him and the other guy. This is 4,000 amount. So we're talking about 6,000 between $6,000 that he's suing him for. Now the guy, wow. He starts to curse him, and he threats that if you're not gonna give me the money, I will take care. The guy told him, Habibi, if you're gonna come close to me, I'm going down to the cop. Went down to the police. And if you think you're gonna do ABCD, I have, Habibi, את הממשלה שלמעלה ואת הממשלה שלמטה. It's called עולם התחתון. You bring, I'll bring also. בקיצור, אש וגופרית. אש וגופרית. I get a call from the guy. The guy that
Claims the money.
I'm sorry?
The guy that claims the money.
Yes. Wow. הוא צועק. הוא בכה. The guy is dying, הוא ילד קטן. הוא בגיל 40 פלוס. בוכה. מה כאב לו? The most. I know him. He's a straight, כמו סרגל, like a ruler. When he told him, listen, the damage is 4,000. אמרו לו, איך אמר לו? אתה עושק אותי? You are... לא, איך אמר לו את המילה? לא.
Slang?
You rob him. אתה בא לעשוק אותי? כאילו אתה בא לגנוב אותי. The damage inside the car, he went to the shop to get the appraisal, how much it's going to cost. It said 4,000. And the guy said it's not 4,000. So let's just say it's 3,000, 2,500. So he calls him a thief. You calling me a thief? Me? Who's a thief? You gave me the car with the key as if nothing happened. The damage is between 4,000 to 6,000. ואתה קורא לי thief, הוא השתגע. מה הוא רוצה לעשות? למה אני אומר לך את זה? Besides the fact that I did hesed with you, and you have zero gratitude, and just to be a mensch, אתה קורא לי גנב. כמה עליו? למה אני אומר לך את זה? And by the way, let me tell you this. People, tzaddikim, will always get blame on things שהם הכי מתוקנים בהם. Watch it. Check it everywhere. That שהם perfect. תיקח את משה רבנו. What did Korach claim against Moshe? מדוע תתנשאו? Why is such a big shot? Korach came to Moshe and told him, מדוע תתנשאו על קהל השם? Moshe is an arrogant. Moshe בעל גאווה. The Torah says שמשה באיש משה ענב מאוד. And you check the whole Torah. דוד המלך, check יוסף הצדיק ויעקב אבינו. לבן אומר ליעקב, למה רימיתני? לבן אומר ליעקב, למה רימיתני? Why are you a liar? שמעת? יעקב תיתן אמת ליעקב, and he's being blamed שהוא שקרן, he's a liar. אתם תבדקו את זה. If you can hear people that talk about tzaddikim, they're going to talk about things that שהם אחרי מתוקנים. It's amazing. Check it out. אז הוא עכשיו, מה קורה? אתה אומר לו שהוא שקרן, הוא הכי אמיתי. So you should know, אומר שלמה המלך, don't answer back. Are you not answering back? You're going to stay calm. משה רבנו כאב לו. אמרו לו, because of you, עובדים יותר קשה, meaning you're a cruel person, אתה יכול להגיד על משה cruel? How can you say על משה רבנו? He was רועה נאמן, the most loyal shepherd. So you tell him שאתה לא אכפת לך מהעם ישראל. How could he say it to משה? זה כאב לו. So he answered back. So what should we learn? Be very careful because people will talk about you things שאתה הכי שלם. שאתה אדם טוב, תגידו אותו אדם רע. ככה זה. הבנו את זה?
They want to get you angry.
צריך להיות חכם, מאוד מאוד חכם, מאוד מאוד חכם. בעזרת השם אנחנו ניקח את זה מוסר, והיום להיות רגוע, stay calm.